Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to the Venusian Light Tarot. So today I am here to do a collective message. This is going to be a specific channeled message for a specific group of people. So if you feel like this reading is, if you're drawn to it in any kind of way, to the title, to the thumbnail, if it pops up randomly, then it could be for you. I am setting the intention here that this reading will reach whoever it's meant for. So Spirit will show this to you in some way or another if it's for you and if you feel some kind of resonance with the information here today. So I did write down the information here that I've been channeling through meditation. And so that's what we're going to talk about here. This is a really big and really exciting message for somebody. So I feel like I probably will expand on this in an extended reading. And we'll pull some cards over there. We'll get some more in depth to this. But if you resonate with the first part, I will have that link down below because it feels very exciting. It feels like a really positive, beautiful message here for somebody who needs to hear this. And towards the end of the reading also, I will go over some specific details that may give you a hint or a clue that this is for you, such as names, details, little kind of things, signs, synchronicities, and such. Okay, so the first thing that I was shown when tuning in here, they showed me a car that was like veering back onto the lane that they had strayed from. So kind of like right back on track in the lane. And then as I saw that, I saw the sun shining really brightly, not too far ahead. And it was almost like the sun just suddenly came out, or they turned in the direction to where the sun is shining. And these are metaphors. If you can take them literally, then they could be. But and then I heard strongly, your work is almost complete. And then I heard, congratulations, you're almost there. And I showed something about like popping champagne. So if you have done something, with champagne, I know, of course, we just had New Year's, but if you feel like you want to pop the champagne, or if you feel something is kind of coming, some sort of wish fulfillment, that's what this is here. And this doesn't feel to be a small wish fulfillment. This feels to be for somebody some kind of huge wish fulfillment. I also heard your prayer has now been answered. Get ready. And again, the energy in this was just kind of pouring out. There was so many messages coming through. So I had to kind of like scramble it all together in one page here. But this is just, I feel like it's going to be for a group of you who you've been doing a lot of work. So either you have been working really hard at the current job that you have. Maybe you've been working really hard on yourself personally, but that would definitely be a key information here, is that you've worked really hard. And you've also stayed very grateful for what you have, even if you haven't had maybe exactly what you wanted, even if you haven't had the position, the job, maybe the money that you want or that you feel like you deserve. You are someone who has a very open heart, a very pure heart. And again, you've worked very hard on yourself most recently, or maybe for a long time. And I'm almost getting this like sudden stroke of luck, even though I don't feel like it's just luck. Like it's also because you are definitely being, it's like God, the angel spirit is answering a prayer for you that you very much deserve, but it could feel like a stroke of luck or a sudden kind of jackpot. And it's going to be a bit different for everyone. I will go over some things that I was picking up on. And as I said, we will go to an extended. But in some way, this is going to be, maybe to others, it could seem like you just had a sudden stroke of luck. So maybe you get this kind of position that everyone was trying to get, or you could even have some kind of huge windfall in terms of like, it could be like, I was seeing like a scratch off ticket, even though I feel like that's more of a metaphor as well. But of course it could be that you win, some kind of big money through a scratch off or the lotto or some kind of sudden jackpot. But I do think that for most of you, it's some kind of path that you either never thought would happen, or you've been trying to get into it, but it's just felt very impossible or highly competitive, or you just feel like you've had just like a tough time, even though you've stayed grateful and you've stayed hopeful. And then I also was hearing released from prison, and they showed here like shackles on your ankles that have completely dissolved. And I do think that for some specifically, this also could be how you may know this is for you. You may have decided to walk away from a situation that was very challenging, very difficult, and maybe it took everything in you to leave it. It could have been a toxic relationship. It could have been toxic family members. It may have been a really unhappy or unfulfilling job, but in some way it felt like it was shackling you or tried to shackle you for quite some time. And it's like you defied all of the odds. There's something about that, like you've done that for yourself, or you have freed yourself in some kind of massive way. And it's like this is something to where you're also being highly admired in the spiritual world, because there's some element of this. I was hearing also you defied all of the odds, or you're showing people that you can do it even if they doubted you. So maybe people didn't believe in you. Maybe you, even if you're not aware of that, you know, maybe you're aware of it, but maybe this is also some kind of element of like, you are, again, maybe people didn't really see you being this successful, or people didn't really believe in you that same kind of way. Whatever that is though, it's like you are defying all of the odds. And this is why Spirit, God is answering a prayer for you, which is going to feel like that when it comes in. Like this is like an unbelievable kind of thing, or you're going to be so happy. Okay, and then I also was hearing nothing will be the same now. And I know it sounds very dramatic, but this is what's coming up. This is a very like, it is a dramatic change. It's a dramatic message here for somebody. So nothing will be the same, a new environment, new people, a new you, everything kind of new. And specifically for most of you, this does feel to be like a new role. So it could be a new position in work. It could be an entirely new job. It could be a new school. It could be a new, like somewhere that you're going, which is like a brand new environment. Definitely could be also like a new living environment, a new apartment, a new home. But I don't feel like it's just that. Like even if you are moving to a new apartment or a new home, it's probably going to come with the rest of the new as well. So it's not just maybe a home, because it feels too big for that. It feels like it's more of, unless you really just, you know, maybe you, again, it could be a few different ways for everyone. Maybe you win some home, you know, or there's this windfall and suddenly a home is given to you, some kind of, you know, dream home. But I do think that for most, it's like you're being accepted for a position of some sort, or accepted for a home, accepted for a couple of those all together in one. And there's some element of that, of like a shock factor. Like people are going to be shocked. People are going to maybe be jealous, but it's almost like this is too high vibrational. It's like you've already made it so far up that those maybe jealous people are not even coming up in the reading. Like they can't even really get to you. It's something that you are in this kind of like bubble of spirit here to be given this position, this new role, this new job. And as they showed me in the very beginning of like the car veering into the lane and then the sun is right ahead, like you're actually driving, you're moving into bright sunlight. And this is like your work is so close to being complete or done here. So it's like you will have an opportunity to celebrate very soon. There actually could also be a gathering of people for some. So the people who do support you, or people in, you know, your company, or new friendships, there's people who are going to want to celebrate with you or just to support you. It's everything's new here. So before I go into some more specifics, the kind of last thing I heard to put this all together, to summarize this, is that this new you, this new role is going to, for a lot of you, there's a big pay raise I'm getting. So it's going to definitely come with it. So that's probably going to be like the bulk of it, is that you will have a higher position in work, or a greater pay raise, or a position that's offered to you, which is, again, just out of nowhere, or like a prayer that you've been asking for. You've really wanted this position, or you've really wanted something to show you how can you get the, you know, the finances that you deserve, the position that you deserve, the recognition. And I was getting everything is high quality now. So once again, like high quality, maybe environment, high quality things around you, certain luxuries around you, but also high quality people. It's just like a new, it kind of feels like a timeline shift as I'm explaining this. Like you're moving into that sun, and then as you get sucked into that sunlight, it almost like puts you in a new world. And yeah, this is definitely something that I feel is going to change everything for you. So expect a lot of high quality people, high quality situations. Yeah, and also the heart chakra, this feels very emotional. So when this comes in, or you may have already been feeling like some kind of pull at your heart, or you feel like, you've been very grateful recently, or you feel like you've had, maybe like a deepening of the connection with spirit recently, and you've prayed, you've been asking, and you can kind of feel that it's being answered. You know that you deserve this, and you know that you've worked hard for this moment. Yeah. So as for the specifics here, these do not have to resonate. There was quite a few of random kind of things coming up. So just take what does fit. If it doesn't fit, that's okay. It doesn't have to be, it doesn't mean that it's not for you if you resonate with the rest of it. So I was getting that this could be specifically for some of you who have received a call. So maybe for a few of you, you've already received this offer. Maybe you don't know exactly, the extent of what it's going to develop into, or you don't know how much it's going to change your life. So you may have already received an actual phone call or an email or some kind of offer, or it could be a call of the heart. Like maybe it's a call to start something, or a call to take a leap of faith towards something. But some of you have definitely felt a call, or an actual phone call will be coming through. Specifically, I was getting somebody having an interview in an office. So again, it could definitely have been a job interview, some kind of maybe position that you really wanted, or you really thought was maybe you don't know if you're going to get it. That could be if you recently had an interview at like a dream company place, okay, for some of you, then you will get it. I also feel like this could be something with an office. You could be invited somewhere that has like an office setting to talk about this. It could be a school interview, take it how it's going to fit, but there's definitely something of like talking to a professional, or talking to somebody in charge, or someone who is going to be accepting you in. For some, these are specific, so they won't be for everyone. And I already mentioned too that you may have left somewhere. So that definitely could be a really big part of it. You have made room for this. So you may have made the decision that you can no longer be where you are. You're leaving where you are. You maybe quit a job, or you left a really toxic environment, somewhere that just was not up to par for you. Something about turquoise, so the color turquoise or the crystal turquoise. I was also getting Sagittarius energy, and also Scorpio, and also Pisces. Some of you specifically could be on the cusp of Sag and Scorpio, okay, specifically. And something about a lizard as well. So maybe you have a lizard, or you live somewhere where you've seen a lizard, or you've seen a lizard somehow in dream, or something about a lizard. But it also is like that regeneration feeling. Kind of a random message here that somebody could be, either you receive messages in the shower or in the bathtub, or maybe you're watching this right now in the shower or the bathtub, but there's something about somebody receiving some kind of, or maybe the call could come in when you're in the shower or the bathtub, something with that. But you may connect with spirit during that time as well. Champagne was coming up, I already mentioned. So you definitely could, pop the champagne very soon, okay, is what I'm getting. Or someone will offer champagne with this, something like that. I was also getting something about a yard sale. So maybe you put your stuff out for sale, or you're ready for that kind of shift or change. Maybe you're selling your stuff, you're wanting to get rid of things. The color white, you may wear a lot of white. You may have, maybe you're wearing white right now, something about the color white. And yeah, a party or a surprise. Definitely I feel like this could be once you get here, unless this has already happened for some of you. Maybe you just need to hear how much this will really be great for you, or really a good position for you, or a good role for you. But there could be some kind of celebration, party, surprise. Definitely something about traveling via car, could be somehow literal. So maybe you have to, you know, pack your stuff and drive here. Maybe you are moving via the car. Maybe you are, yeah, something about, it almost kind of reminds me of like driving into a city with your car. It doesn't have to be a city, but it's just, there is something of you possibly relocating for this, or having a new route, kind of like a new route to work, or you're driving in your car to get here. And I feel like this could definitely be for some as well, who you've been hoping that you could provide more for yourself. For some specifically, you may have children, small children. So maybe you've been hoping that like you could get this position so that you could provide more for your children. I was getting that. There's just a safety of the home here. A safer home, a safer environment maybe if you have not lived in a safe environment. And just feeling like everything is more secure, like you have more, you know, security financially, you have more security in the safety around you. It just feels like that's kind of what you've been hoping for or praying for, and that could be a sign that it's for you as well. There's something specifically here too about, this could be for you if you eat very healthy, if you're really into like fitness, something about a very tidy and organized person. So maybe it's very important for you maybe to have a certain level of like cleanliness in your home, or you are very diligent about your exercise, about your routines, your diet. So you can kind of feel that you've been preparing for this because you have worked hard and you know yourself to be a very high quality person who you've lived kind of like a high quality lifestyle in that kind of way, or something of like you're prepared for this, like you're in alignment with this position. So this probably wouldn't be for you if you don't feel any sort of this, or if you are just kind of like not really feeling like your vibration is high. This definitely feels for someone who could be having those qualities right now. I was also seeing 1111. So you may be seeing 1111 on the clock, on timers, on license plates. That's also a sign that this is for you. The initials V, and also I was hearing the name Jenna. That was the only name that I was seeing, but the initial V could be in your first or your last name. Yeah, and this would be for you as well if you haven't felt like you've been where you want to be, but you know that you have the potential to be. That's who I feel this could also be for. And definitely you may have prayed very recently. Maybe you prayed a lot for this. You've been really asking Spirit for this to be given to you, to be shown to you, and you are about to defy all of the odds and receive it. And I do think that you're going to shock a lot of people with this. And it's going to be like nothing will be the same anymore after this shift, in a very good way. So just keep going. There's that feeling again to where you are grateful for what you have, but you're like almost at the finish line. It's like that sunlight up ahead represents the finish line. So your work is almost like complete. You've worked really hard for this moment. So yeah, congratulations is what they want to say. And then lastly, I was getting someone here, possibly for some specific, this role or job could have something to do with you being presentable. I don't know what that would mean for everyone. It could just be specific. Maybe it's a position that you are seen by a lot of people. Maybe there's something about appearance or looks, something about you being like attractive and presentable for some of you, and somehow that ties into the work that you do. So maybe, you know, it could be so many different things. Maybe you're a model, maybe you're an actor, maybe something like that for some. But yeah, just get ready for a stroke of good luck is what they're saying. So yeah, I will go over to the extended. I do want to get a little bit more for this because it, you know, again, it feels exciting for whoever this is for. So we'll get some more detail. We'll get some cards here and go deeper into it to see what more could come through. I'll get some timing element cards and just see where we go from there. But yeah, I hope this could find whoever it's meant for. I will leave the link down to the extended, the individual link. And then also, if you would like to join our Patreon community, you can have access to the extended readings over there as well as exclusive pick a card readings. So I'll link both of those down below. I hope this resonated. Let me know if this fits with you. And if you did enjoy it, please give it a thumbs up, comment down below, and I will talk to you all over there or next time. Take care and lots of love.